Caroline walked to the front door, her face glowing with happiness after an evening out. The unmistakable grin on her lips made my stomach turn. She had no idea what awaited her, a brutal revelation she would never forget. I had always believed that trust and honesty were the foundation of a strong marriage. For 8 years, I thought Caroline and I shared an unbreakable bond. We met in college, fell deeply in love, and built a life together. But as I sat in our dimly lit living room that evening, staring at my laptop screen, I realized everything had been a carefully crafted illusion. It all started about a month ago. Caroline's behavior changed, subtly at first. She spent more time glued to her phone, giggling at messages she refused to share. Late nights at the office became routine, always attributed to an important new project. I wanted to believe her, but the inconsistencies were impossible to ignore. The sudden interest in new outfits she never wore around me, the unfamiliar scent lingering on her skin, the distant way she looked at me. I refused to make accusations without proof, so I started digging. A week ago, she carelessly left her phone unattended. My hands trembled as I scrolled through her messages, and there it was, the undeniable truth. A thread of text with someone named Derek. He wasn't just a co-worker, as she had casually mentioned before. Their conversations were explicit, filled with plans for secret meetings and photos that seared into my mind like a brand. The betrayal crushed me. Anger, humiliation, and devastation fought for dominance inside me. I wanted to confront her right away, but I knew Caroline too well. She was skilled at twisting the truth, playing the victim, making me question reality. If I didn't have irrefutable proof, she would find a way to lie her way out. So I devised a plan. I installed a discreet surveillance camera in the living room, hidden among decorations she never paid attention to. I synced it to my laptop, ensuring it would record whenever motion was detected. Then I accessed her phone's location history. She had always been careless with her passwords, and I knew her habits well enough to get into her accounts. Every text, every call, every rendezvous. I saw it all. Tonight was the night I had been waiting for. Caroline left in the afternoon, claiming she was meeting Claire for drinks. Claire, of course, was out of town, a fact I confirmed the day before with a casual message. Tracking her location, I watched as she arrived at a high-end restaurant across town, where Derek was already waiting for her. I didn't need to follow them inside. I had enough evidence. Instead, I returned home and prepared for what came next. I compiled every shred of proof, screenshots of their conversations, saved images, and footage from the hidden camera. I placed everything into a folder titled The Truth and queued it up on the TV. Then I waited. The front door creaked open. Caroline stepped in, radiating joy. Her cheeks were flushed, her eyes bright with the afterglow of her night with him. She kicked off her heels, tossing me a cheerful, "Hey, babe." I forced a smile. "Hey, how was your night?" "Oh, she said breezily, walking past me. "Just catching up with Claire? It's been forever since we had a girls' night." I nodded, keeping my voice steady. "Sounds nice. Before you head to bed, there's something I want to show you. It's on the TV." For the briefest moment, her smile wavered. "Oh, what is it?" "Something I've been working on," I said cryptically, gesturing toward the couch. She hesitated, but sat down. I picked up the remote and pressed play. The television flickered to life. First, the text appeared on the screen, each one scrolling slowly enough for her to absorb every damning word. Then came the pictures, selfies of her and Derek, some taken in places where she had sworn she was working late. Finally, the surveillance footage began playing, capturing her soft whispers and laughter while she spoke to him in our home. She stared at the screen, eyes wide with horror. "What is this?" she stammered, her voice barely above a whisper. I stood a few feet away, arms crossed, my expression unreadable. "This, Caroline, is the truth you've been hiding, the truth about you and Derek." Her lips parted, panic creeping into her tone. "It's not what it looks like," she blurted out, voice trembling. "I can explain. Don't—" I cut in, sharper than I intended. "Don't insult me by trying to twist this into something it isn't. I have all the proof I need. She collapsed into her hands, sobs racking her body. Please, I didn't mean for this to happen. It was a mistake. I let out a bitter laugh, shaking my head. A mistake? Forgetting a birthday is a mistake. Leaving dirty dishes in the sink is a mistake. This was a choice. A month-long betrayal isn't an accident. For a moment, the only sound in the room was her muffled cries. I let the silence linger, letting her feel the weight of what she had done. Then I delivered the final blow. I've already spoken to a lawyer, I said, my voice calm, measured. I'm filing for divorce. Her head snapped up, tear-streaked and desperate. No, please, we can fix this. I'll do whatever it takes. Just don't leave me. I exhaled slowly, my voice barely above a whisper. You left me, Caroline, the moment you chose to betray me. I'm just making it official. With a sudden burst of desperation, she lunged forward, gripping my hand as if holding on could erase everything. I love you. I'll end it with Derek. I'll go to therapy, whatever it takes. Just don't do this. I pulled my hand free, shaking my head. It's too late. Without another word, I turned and walked upstairs, leaving her sobbing on the couch. Moving forward, in the weeks that followed, I held my ground. I moved into the guest room and began the process of untangling our lives. My lawyer was sharp and efficient, ensuring the divorce moved swiftly and fairly. As it turned out, Derek had his own skeletons. He wasn't just an affair partner, he was also a husband. When I reached out to his wife, she was more than willing to provide additional evidence for the case. Caroline tried to resist at first, pleading, bargaining, but reality had finally caught up with her. She had spent years crafting the illusion of a perfect life, and now that illusion had crumbled. Without me holding everything together, she struggled to keep up the facade. The day our divorce was finalized, I felt something I hadn't in years: freedom. I had lost someone I once thought I'd grow old with, but in return, I gained something even more valuable: the chance to rebuild my life, this time on a foundation of truth and self-respect. As for Caroline, I don't know where she ended up. Last I heard, Derek's wife had thrown him out, and Caroline was left to pick up the pieces of her broken world. Maybe she learned from it, maybe she didn't. But that's no longer my problem. Life has a way of delivering its harshest lessons when we least expect it. For me, this was a painful reminder of the importance of trust and the destruction that comes with betrayal. But it also taught me something else: resilience. No matter how shattered you feel, you can always rise again. So guys, if you all liked today's story, please like the video and subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to press the bell icon. Thank you for watching.